Hello, I'm Eric Snodgrass. Thank you for watching this Ag Forecast, brought to you by Agrible, the makers of Morning Farm Report. Morning Farm Report software gives growers the insights to make the best decisions possible about their operations. You can get past, current, and future ag forecasts, plus information about how to best manage your crops at every stage. You know, as an atmospheric scientist forecasting the impacts of weather on agriculture, I gotta be honest, sometimes the atmosphere just humbles you. You know, I have really felt bad for so many farmers across the United States over the last 5 to 7 days, as Mother Nature has just thrown one thing after another at them, from flooding rains to incredibly nasty thunderstorms to even blizzard warnings in parts of Kansas. You know, it is tough sometimes having to tell people the news about the weather and what it might do to their crops. But I want to keep you informed. I want to tell you what I know, get you the best information I can going forward. So this is where we were on Sunday, April 30th. Blizzard warnings, flood warnings. The center part of the country was in serious trouble in terms of weather and agriculture. This is the main culprit. What you're looking at here is an animation, a radar animation here, where we've color-coded the intensity and the type of precipitation. And this was the thing that really got us going toward the end of the week and the weekend, bringing in some nasty weather across the country. And I figured what we do is we kind of go from the west to the north and then eventually to the east and talk about the major threats here. So let's start off first out west. What we're looking at next here is on April 27th, the first of two big frost events that happened in central Kansas. So you can see here the frost on this crop. Now, we were pretty good at forecasting this crop about a week ago, just kind of giving you the big picture here that we're going to get some cool enough temperatures, especially in the low-lying areas, to get below freezing. But there were multiple events this week that really kind of knocked things back. And this was the second one, April 29th and 30th, big frost event. And this great map here provided by the Kansas Mesonet here shows us that some parts of western Kansas spent greater than 20 hours below freezing. So this has had a huge hit on the wheat crop. In fact, we've seen a ton of movement in the wheat and the price of wheat basically due to the forecast of this and then the realization of it. Well, this is what the wheat looked like in central Kansas, middle of the week. And this is what it looked like on Sunday. You know, it is just horrible to look and see this kind of damage due to some incredible snow and some incredible winds. You know, this is a video provided by Bart Parks. You can follow him on Twitter by looking down there at his handle in the bottom left-hand corner. Look at the blizzard that was raging across parts of Kansas. Now, this is following a very warm spring for most of us, and this just shows you that at times the jet stream can take a huge bend to the south, create a huge trough that can cause this kind of weather in the central states late in April. Just incredible to see that weather going on there. Well, how much snow fell? You're looking at a map that shows you through early in the morning on May 1st, the 72-hour accumulation. And what I'm seeing there is some locations getting better than 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. And this is going to be a major problem on the 2017 wheat crop. Now, if we look a little bit further north, this is an interesting map. You're looking here at the last 7 days of total accumulated precipitation in terms of liquid equivalent. So we'll kind of melt the snow down and give you that number as well. What you can see here, this is valid early in the morning on Sunday, okay, was that, one place up here that hasn't had so much rain as of late has been the Dakotas, but it has been so cold there that they haven't been able to get in the field to get the work done. So we saw in last week's update, and we'll see this again on Monday, that we were behind in terms of planting. And even the folks in the Dakotas who had a little bit of a dry week couldn't get in the field simply because it's been too cold. So let's look a little further south. I want to show you a video here. This video is going to come right here near Champaign, which is the Agrible headquarters. Now look, on this map, it shows you we're between 2 and 3 inches of rain as of early on Sunday, and it rained a few more times on Sunday. We'll get a brand new one of these maps early Monday morning. But points to our south and west. Look at parts of Missouri. We're talking better than 8 inches of rain across a section right through a huge section in here. But like I said, let me take you to Champaign. This was a video that shows you what some of the fields look like trying to drain here in Champaign, where we only got 2 to 3 inches of rain. So you can just imagine what these fields look like farther to the south and west that got, 2 to 3 times that amount of precipitation. This has halted planting progress. In fact, for most folks in the Corn Belt, they haven't been in the field since last Tuesday, and it's going to take a while for this to drain out and to dry away. And honestly, it's a huge concern on the planting progress of 2017. Well, we got to look into the forecast, and this is the first thing I want to talk about. It's the overall flow of the atmosphere. What you're seeing here is the mid-level flow. So we're looking at troughs and ridges. There's a deep trough in the central states here and ridges on both coasts. Now, what I want you to see is with this trough, this is where we're getting the unsettled weather. This is where we're getting the colder temperatures, and this is going to start early in the morning on Monday, May 1st, and move forward. Now, this is what I'm getting concerned about. After that first trough exits, look what builds right back into the central states by the end of this week. Yeah, a nice ridge is trying to build out west, but we are seeing, again, a deep trough in the flow of the jet stream that really establishes itself well. Look at that, by Friday night into Saturday night, right here in the eastern part of the Corn Belt. Now, the western Corn Belt is going to enjoy some warmth returning. The wheat belt, warmth returning. It's going to melt that snow, some southerly winds, but the eastern Corn Belt is what's in trouble. So let's take a closer look at that. Here we're going to start an animation from the GFS initialized 0Z on Monday, okay? Starts off early in the morning. What we're going to see here is the first system exits. Now with that second trough that comes through, look at what it does. Kicks off another low pressure system that taps into more Gulf moisture and this time spreads across the same area, Missouri, Southern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, that just got dumped on. Watch it go. And I hate to see that after we just had so much rain in the same area. Then by the weekend, on the backside of this system, we are going to be pulling in some Canadian air, getting things cooled back off. I'll show you that in just a few seconds. Well, this is what the GFS model is saying as total accumulated precipitation through next Saturday, May 6th. Right there, from Kansas into Missouri, into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, we're going to get even more precipitation. This color here is the 2-inch mark as projected by the model. Very heavy rains once again. Now to show you something by comparison, here's the same forecast time period, but instead provided by the European model. What you see here is that much lighter precipitation back across parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, heavy in southern Illinois, but look, we kind of keep a lot of this in Kentucky, and then it really hammers Ohio. A little disagreement on the models as to where the heaviest precipitation is going to be, and right now I'm thinking that the European model has the better initialization. We'll probably have more precipitation a little bit further south than what the GFS says. So I'll be watching this. We'll provide our midweek update to kind of give you a better idea on this, but this is something I'm watching out for. And as I said, this is the cool weather we're going to get this week as well. These are the early morning Monday, May 1st temperatures. A large region again in both the Corn Belt and in the and in the Wheat Belt here, where we're getting those freezing temperatures. Now we're going to get a rebound in temperatures across the Wheat Belt coming up, but look at this. By early next Saturday morning, temperatures here across Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, parts of Iowa, Missouri, even into Kentucky and West Virginia, we are going to be flirting with freezing on May 6th. Warmth returns back to the central states, but it is going to be cool here. So there is just a lot of volatility, a lot of stuff to watch. This is all going to move the markets pretty quickly. Keep a close eye on it. And all I'm hoping for is that things settle down, things dry out, the warmth builds back in so we can get back in the fields and get things dried out and planted. But with that, I got to wrap up the forecast. We hope you look forward to our Agrible's next ag forecast on Thursday. To get Morning Farm Report for your operations, complete with a daily email that shows you a snapshot of your field conditions each morning, go to morningfarmreport.com. Sign up for a free account. Full grower accounts are free if you sign up for our Sustainable Yield program or for our growers who work with ADM merchandisers. Thanks again for watching. We hope you look forward to the next video update. Thank you.